3v3 faction war. This is Tartarus Harbor and Imperial Guard versus Caeltos. Game 1, blue team. Ace of Swords is a Commissar Lord, good offense and support fights in melee combat, begins with a energy shield. Alongside, Adila is an Inquisitor, offensive commander, lots of great control and some support as well, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons. And rounding off the Imperial Guard team is NoisyElmo as a Lord General, fights range combat, lots of great defense and support, begins with a Stormtrooper retinue to help him out, which can add to throughout the game with new members. And for Caeltos, first up is Nurland, plays a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed, very good offense and disruption fights in melee combat. Alongside him, Tex plays a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and destructive commander, awesome manipulation and control abilities. And rounding off the red team is Caeltos, lead designer of Elite Mod, plays a Plague Champion, starts out range combat with its damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is very slow. Tartarus Harbor then, very narrow map, not a lot of distance between the 3 victory points which are all contested. You can get triple caps very quickly on this map, double sentinels here from Ace, that's pretty annoying. I expect a Havoc or maybe 2 from Nurland. I was half expecting the Chaos team to go triple Chaos Lord versus Imperial Guard. I think it does benefit Imperial Guard to go for the 3 commanders. They do bring a really different dimension with each, but Chaos Lord I think is pretty damn strong against Imperial Guard in general, and maybe triple Chaos Lord would have been the way to go. We'll see what happens. Plague Champion does have a lot of area of effect killy stuff, but it doesn't always come off. Your Noxious Cloud won't always pay for itself, much like your Touch of Nurgles and stuff. Sentinel with a nice stop there from NoisyElmo. Ground Pound upgrade, giving them that ability. There's some Nurgle worship, and Caeltos has Grenade Launcher Heretics up already. Generally a good choice versus Imperial Guard with all of their squishy blobs of infantry. Chaos Space Marines are going to lose a model if they're not careful, and he does retreat them out. There's the Disruptive Grenade Barrage. Plague Champion sitting behind his tank, which is actually heavy cover, which is why it's sat behind it and shooting seemingly through it. Being forced off though by the Lord General, using his early durability to tie him up in melee combat. He's gone for the Sergeant retinue member already. Very quick purchase of that guy. That guy can give out medical packs. Mid is red at the moment. Here comes Adila though. Inquisitor begins the game with a plasma pistol, as you can see there, and just a generic melee sword. Some Zinch worship infiltrating Tex's infantry, double Zinch worship, so the heretics themselves are also infiltrated. And we do see Havocs from Nurland with that heavy bolter, that instantly suppressing heavy bolter as well for them guys. Good tool to use against sentinels. You can't suppress these things since they're vehicles, but they only have heavy infantry armor. They will take a lot of damage if they get close, especially since they are single entities, so that damage is not spread or shared amongst a bunch of models. It's all on the sentinel if you target it. Commissar Lord's going to go down in retreat, I would think, surely, maybe. Combi Bolter is up, the Combi Flamer I should say, sorry, up for the Chaos Lord. An awesome tool in any matchup pretty much, but great versus Imperial Guard. He can use his range stance to shoot down sentinels, you can chase things down and use that immolate. And he used it there to take down that Commissar Lord as well. So north uncapped, south is going to turn red thanks to Caeltos. He has the Bile Spewer up. He has Havocs as well, suppressing this little blob of guardsmen here. Double guardsmen with sergeants, so that's 18 models there. Whoa, and about 3/4 of them wiped out with that grenade barrage. That was nasty. Double Grenade Launcher Heretics. And here's some Noise Marines from Tex. He's gone for quite a heavy tier 1. Double Heretics, Havocs, and Noise Marines. Should be quite powerful for him. 499, 383. What is going to be the general strategy for Imperial Guard? Is it just going to be hang on until tier 3 and then get powerful stuff? In my opinion, it's better for Chaos if they just stay tier 2, because the Land Raiders pretty much hard countered by the Baneblade and also very vulnerable to Manticore strikes. Terminators, I suppose, would be good with their autocannons and stuff, but it's again quite a risk with a Manticore around, especially combined with the Inquisitor's crowd control, and she does have her crossbow bolt pistol and Interrogator's armor. 297, 369. Since Terminators can't retreat out of crowd control, it's incredibly painful for them when you use stuff like the crippling volley. 497, 369. It's a 1-to-1. Caeltos has bottom. Moving his Havocs up. He wants to stay aggressive against NoisyElmo here. Some good disruptive grenade barrages. Ouch. And as you saw, he chained them up one after the other to get double disruption instead of using them all at the same time. Now just backing away a bit. Going to go for a power bash with his bow spear. Does have the mucus discharge to heal himself. Doesn't have the energy to use it though. 497, 369. Plague Champion almost going down. Did take down a generator though. Did he take down two? Took at least one. Havoc still here covering the ordered retreat from his heretics and CSM. Now he's going to push forward again. He does have a sparring champion. Sorry, he does have Eternal War up on his Chaos Spaces Marines as well. So that's going to help versus the Sentinel and help pick off models from those guardsmen. He's going for a power harass as well. He wants to get that power down. 482, 369. Those Marines staring intently at this power node but not actually firing on it, Mr. Nurland. 473, 369. Chaos Lord is capping. Most likely we're going to see Armor the Inferno from that guy in tier 2. Just imagine triple Chaos Lords with Combi Bolters and Armor the Inferno. Havoc's backing them up and all sorts of nastiness. 452, 369. Power is repurchased here. Just Space Marines forced off, Heretics forced off, but the Havocs do remain. Elmo has a Chimera on the way, and Manticore already up for Ace of Swords. Heavy artillery piece, huge damage and range, but you need to manually target each of those missiles. Storm Eagle missiles, as they're apparently called. 414, 369. And there's the first Manticore strike. Nurland trying to dodge with his CSM, largely successful, but is now going to get pressured off, yes. Those Marines do finish the cap of this contested power. Havoc still a big pain in the arse for Noise. He does have that Chimera now though. Great support vehicle. Decent firepower, especially when you have units inside that shoot those little turrets, as you see there. Look at that. Firing on 2 targets even. Down goes the Plague Champion. Would allow his infantry, in fact all of the allied infantry, to reinforce around it. And guardsmen will reinforce 3 at a time when they have their 2 squad leaders, their Commissar and their Sergeant, which is pretty nuts. That is how you make Imperial Guard effective. They're not up front very powerful. Even with their weapon upgrades they will bleed models, but since they're so cheap and quick to reinforce with their squad leaders, you can usually win that little war of attrition in stand-up firefights. 332, 369. A heavy turret dropped down. We see a heavy bolter turret here from Caeltos, suppressing this stuff while not doing a whole lot of damage, but it's right on the edge of the firing arc. And it's taking huge shots from that heavy turret. Wow, down it goes. 329, 362. Imperial Guard doing well in terms of map, but it looks like Adila's taking some losses here. He does double guardsman with a Manticore of his own on the way. Ace preserving his double sentinels, which is no mean feat on such a tight map like this against the Havoc, CSM and Combi Flamer Chaos Lord. He's done well to preserve those things. Plague Marines are up though. Tech's getting Plague Marines of his own. Great choice against Imperial Guard in general. Helps you deal with sentinels that are still lingering in tier 2. There's a Manticore strike. And of course helps you against all of their armor, and they can tank a lot of lasgun fire as well. We have double Plasma Guardsmen for Ace of Swords with Sergeants. Down goes one Sentinel, just as I was saying he was doing well to preserve them. Plague Marine's got a shot on that one as well, which will snare it with their missile. And a big Blastmaster shot, forcing off double guards when that was painful. Adila has a fully upgraded, or kitted out rather, Inquisitor, Inquisitorial Mandate, and now a Power Harass. Can they take all of this down? Here comes Tech to defend. He has the Rod of Warpfire and Demon Armor and some Plague Marines of his own. In fact, all three Chaos players with some Plague Marines. Very, very slow, as you see. It does take him a while to get to the middle of this map. Chimera is still around. Can a Blastmaster get another shot? It does. This is Tex's Blastmaster. There are two on the field right now. And this one's going to go down. Down it goes. Caeltos forced off. Didn't have the energy to heal. He might have used it already. And there's a Noxious Cloud, and that's a very good one. If that Chimera wasn't there, he would have wiped both of those squads. But as it is, that's pretty much a complete waste of that 150 red. I don't think he got a loss with it. He's doing a little damage to the Chimera, but he does get away. Plague Marine's getting a shot there. Out get the Guardsmen for their super duper repair. There we go. Look at the health of the Chimera fly up. Plague Marine's losing models. Going to be forced off here. 329, 170. Heavy turret hitting terrain, but doing a very good job so far for Noisy. Ace keeping his Manticore back. Yes, where's Adila's Manticore? It's just touching the edge of that road. 329, 150, single cap now for the Imperial Guard. Gonna be a 2-to-1 for Chaos, I think, from the looks of the minimap. Here's some Noble Worship. And we have Autocannon Havocs. Autocannons are pretty awesome at the moment, but I think they seem to do a lot better when you double them up. When you get two autocannons firing, they do shred stuff. When you only have one, you can usually split your forces and force it off with range fire usually. 324, 147, 2-ton cap for the red team. Because Space Marines in retreat, but they're going to be fine. Stormtroopers on the way for Ace. Looks like Nurland doing pretty good at top right now, and he's stolen this bunker as well. Nurland now coming mid. He does have the Armor of the Inferno and Demonic Visage. 319, 147. Hammer of the Witches doesn't go off. He must have targeted a model that died. Caeltos venturing towards the middle. Here come a bunch of Ogrins from Adila. Super heavy infantry, powerful in melee combat, good line breakers as well with their ability, but reasonably expensive. They're actually reasonably quick though, quicker than you'd think by looking at them. There's a heal, but they took tons of damage. Wow. And are lucky to get away with 3 models there. That heal, incidentally, from the Lord General. They did lose another model though, from the damage over time of these Plague Marines. Double Plague Marines protects. There are now 4 Plague Marine squads on the field. 319, 135, 2-to-1 cap for the Imperial Guard. There's a crippling volley into a Manticore strike. Nicely done from Adila. Painful stuff. That is a demonic shield though. So as you can see, doing an excellent job protecting this stuff. Counter for Manticores. Get a demonic shield. 319, 123. Their Space Marines from Nurland are going to go down, I think. Are they? No, they're not going to get away. 42 hit points. That Manticore strike is not going to hit them. Nowhere near it. Plague Marines are still in play, and that VP is still red. Need to shoot at this Commissar Lord, I think. I'm not sure what these Guardsmen are up to. They're repairing the bunker. There we go. Plague Marines are forcing melee combat. They're only hitting one model there. 319, 110. What's going on mid? Sorcerer levels up to 3. Trying to cap the mid. There's a Manticore strike. Hits the central VP and down goes that Sorcerer. Yep. We have Tex with an autocannon of his own. Caeltos looks like he's lost one of his Heritage squads, but does have these Plague Marines still. Can he cap with them? I don't think he can. Too much DPS there for the Plague Marines, even under Worship, I think. He's got no cover there to use. It's a bit unfortunate because NoisyElmo does. 319, 80. Maybe the Chimera destroyed it. Plague Marines losing models more. The autocannon is setting up. There's some Nurgle Worship. Maybe a shrine here for him would be decent. Looks like he's dealt with the heavy turret that was there. Manticore strike on the Havocs. They retreat as soon as they see it and get away fine. You take significantly less damage from Manticore strikes when you are in retreat, since they count as a ranged weapon, so you get that 75% reduction. It does still force you off though if you do that, of course. 31970. Manticores don't need to kill stuff to have an impact on the game. Stormtroopers with assault kit, gonna try and chuck a grenade here. There we go. And a very nicely placed one. Noise Marines though, tanking the damage. No models lost, get back up. They need to move up this ramp though, or their Blastmaster shot will just continue to hit terrain, I think. Yes, he needs to move it up here. I'm not sure why he isn't. 31967. He must have noticed that the shots aren't hitting. Gonna hit terrain again, yes. He's not doing anything with that Blastmaster right now. Just Space Marines finishing a cap. Caeltos taking back south. Center is uncut. There's a circle of summoning. A Blood Rage Mark of Khorne Dreadnought. Great synergy with the Sorcerer, since he can warp it out of trouble. Can he still use it when he's incapacitated though? I'm not sure. There's a Manticore strike. Yes, he can. He just used it there. Warping the Dreadnought back to the Sorcerer's position, getting it out of trouble instantly. 30367. And Plague Champion is going to revive him, and that's going to level him well into level 3. And CSM going to try and cap mid. 30167. Red team looking reasonably good. These Plague Marines in trouble though from Tex. Are they going to get away? Looks like they are. 60 hit points, they should be fine. Manticore strike in retreat path maybe. Couldn't quite put it off. He wanted to just stop the cap though, I think, which he did. The Inquisitor, I should say, now has the Inferno pistol. Good damage to all targets. Is going to shoot the crap out of these Havocs. They're going to be forced off, I think. Bang. A couple more shots and this squad is gone. Tex seemed to know what he was doing and retreats just at the right time. 28667. Double cap now for Chaos, and a shrine down there from Caeltos. Maybe he'll put another one in the center. But he has a Chaos Predator as well with Mark of Nurgle, giving it melee resistance, aura, health regen, and a bunch of health. Especially good against blobs of guardsmen. Can it tank this Leman Russ? Ordinarily, a Leman Russ will win most 1v1 tank fights if it's been upgraded. Havoc's getting decimated by a Manticore. Nurgle Predator gets the Nurgle shells. What does it actually call them? Fires shells of foul diseases. Do less damage up front than the other Chaos Predators, but they do have that damage over time stuff on the floor. Not that useful versus the Leman Russ though. Worship not helping out the Leman Russ, needs some repairs. Not helping out the Predator, I should say. Now getting repairs and backing away. Mid is blue. North is red. Nurland is holding on here, but needs to move these Blastmaster Noise Marines up. They're just hitting terrain there. And that was inspired courage. That was spiteful. Taking down a unit as it retreated there. Fist of Brockus also up, and Stubbornness on this Commissar is very nearly level 4. Going to catch those Havocs before they set up. There we go. And tears one apart with his Power Fist. 20867. Chaos Lord now in some trouble. One more hit and down he goes. A sync kill from the Commissar Lord on the Chaos Lord. Takes him down. And he's going to cap the north there. 20867. Mark of Tzeentch Dreadnought for Tex. Mark of Khorne 1 tying up this Inquisitor, but she uses her mandate, increasing her speed and giving her complete invulnerability. What is she up to? She's trying to get line of sight for a Manticore, I think. Yes, there it is, but not doing a lot of damage because of that awesome Demonic Shield, which is doing well versus those Manticore strikes. 20861. Meltagun Lord General chasing down his Predator, and there is double Leman Russes now for Noisy. Did he drop one down? He might have. Down goes the Predator. Painful. What is he going to do? What is he going to do against double Leman Russes? A tank will just get shot down. Plague Marines, I suppose, will do reasonably well, but they just don't have the DPS to take down a Leman Russ, especially if there's repair support from the guardsmen. Las cannons, I suppose. 20253. Manticore striking a big blob of stuff that could have been incredibly nasty, but Nurland does spot it. A pretty narrow approach there. And a power harasser is looking very good now for the Imperial Guard team. They're going to get a triple, are they? No. Going to get a 2-to-1. I think he needs to bring his dreadnoughts to the bottom or south to help out Caeltos, I think, unless they can take both of the other VPs. 18948, what is this? It's a circle of summoning, spitting out bloodletters and allowing the text to reinforce his heretics, as you see there. Manticore strike, nicely done, forcing off 2 squads of plague marines, and his dreadnoughts, I think, have bit off more than they can chew going after that Manticore. Ogryns are there. These guys have heavy melee damage. They will tear apart the dreadnought. They lose a model, but they do take it down, and the other one also went down. That was painful for Tex, or did it? Yes, it did. It took a while to disappear from the roster there. Nurland retaking north has a Phobos. A big risk, I think, assuming the Imperial Guard can get a Bane Blade on the field, which would easily deal with this thing, and with those Manticores as well. There's already 2 up. Kasrkin on the field for Ace. No sign of a weapon upgrade yet. Really high DPS squad. There's the double cap for the Chaos team. Doing well here. They keep grinding on against these Leman Russes of the south. Wow. Havoc's almost whacked, but they do get away. And his Ogryns flanking in. Full retreat there from Caeltos. And he's going to lose the south, I think. I would think. 147, 34, Phobos north. Just Space Marines capping that contested. They do have Marco Zinch. And here comes Commissar Lord, level 5 for another bash. Manticore moving up. Doesn't have the anti-armor stormtroopers, which would help him out here against that Land Raider. And a Bane Blade on the way for Ace. That Land Raider is going to be in trouble soon. And here's a third Leman Russ. I think the third one has been dropped. This one here. Yeah, it's just being upgraded now. Mark of Corn kills Space Marines for Caeltos. Not a lot they can do against all of that though. Here come double Plague Marines from Tex. Can they do anything? Ogryns will be easily able to tie them up, but they're backing off. Down to 3 models, not wanting to risk a loss. There's a Cloud. It's not going to do a whole lot though. Trying to force off the Lord General with it? Not sure. As his refractor field up with some retinue members there. As the Commissar retinue member gives them that refractor field. 107, 34, 2-to-1 cap for Chaos. They're doing well to hold on, I think. Nurland needs to come mid. Inquisitor level 5. Exploding Plague Marines with her Inferno pistol. 1-to-1 cap. These triple Leman Russes, that is so difficult to deal with. Trying to get a Nurgle Shrine going here, Caeltos, so he can tank a lot of damage with his infantry and try and deal with the Leman Russes. He does have a las cannon, which is getting shots in. Pretty much you need las cannons in this scenario. Can he take down this one? He does take one down. There's one. Space Marines moving in. A big target for Noisy to shoot at. Plague Champion is there. Not a whole lot he can do except for put down his Bilious Discharge, which is done there. Just snaring those Ogryns. NoisyElmo now going after the Shrine. Is he? You see the Shrine there passively suppressing stuff. But the Imperial Guard are going to take this. They have a 2-to-1 cap. And there's the game. Reasonably close, but that might have to have more to do with the tightness of this map. Those triple Leman Russ is incredibly difficult to deal with. If there was a repair bunker, that would have been even more nightmarish. Tex pushed hard, a bit too hard, losing his double dreadnoughts. Adila had 2 Manticores, Ace had 1. It's really difficult to deal with that much armor quickly enough for it to make a difference. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in Game 2.